So gamers got a big win over the weekend. Sony reversed the very unpopular decision for Helldivers 2 to have people link their PSN accounts to the game if they're playing on Steam, which is stupid. And yes, I know a lot of companies do this, but it doesn't make any sense that I need to have a PlayStation account to play a game on Steam. I hate that other companies do it too. And Helldivers 2 didn't have that when it started. Regardless of any decisions they wanted to make of having that at the beginning, because that's the theory, that they didn't make you link because of the crossplay and the problems at launch, and there probably is something to that. However, they went months without having this. I think there's other ways that this could have been handled, and it probably wouldn't have had the reaction that it has, like maybe offering free shit if people were to sign up, which is what a lot of these companies do. Hey, link your account and we'll give you a bunch of free skins. I think that would have helped a little bit, but regardless, things have played out as they've played out, and Sony walked back that decision, and now you no longer, well, I think you still do for a second, but they'll fix it. So, yeah, you won't need to link your account anymore. And gamers were able to take down a gigantic corporation by protesting with bad reviews and constant social media chatter. This is an accomplishment. And they backed down. This is what they've done, though, to kind of celebrate and, have a little fun with themselves. They've made a cape of the negative Steam reviews. This was the moment that all of the reviews for the game became negative, and then they got a bunch of positive reviews when they changed the decision and gave people what they wanted. And they made a cape about it. I think it's free. I haven't gone onto the game yet to get this cape, but I will get it eventually. I think this is a good way to handle it. And it actually looks pretty cool, to be honest. So you would think maybe that's where the story ends, but oh no. It looks like some game journalists are a little upset. Cabrutus captured this. This is from yesterday. They hate when gamers win. They hate gamers. And this is, of course, Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Marcanti. She says, really don't love the recent collection of events in this industry that are emboldening its worst behaved actors. If companies were actually considering talking about the hate movement bubbling right now, it'd be a lot harder for them to co-opt everything. Don't love to see the Arrowhead CEO replying to the same woman who thinks the United Nations is making your games woke and is making some Pepe character. I don't know if that's the frog one or not. But she's complaining about that. And then if you loudly defend your community managers, Asylum Barbie would know where you stand and would probably not be politely pinging you. So this is, of course, in reference to Madam Savvy, who does a pretty good job on social media asking questions and getting answers. So she's mad that the Arrowhead CEO responded to her, and they actually had a nice little conversation. I believe this tweet is before the bending of the knee by Sony. But make no mistake, they don't like it when this kind of shit happens. They want to be responsible for anything that happens with gaming. And if they aren't, they get mad. So she thinks that there's this crazy movement coming. I'm going to tell you who the hateful people are in gaming. They're you, Alyssa. You and your colleagues are the hateful ones in this industry, the spiteful ones. That's game journalists, the lowest form of journalism there is. She wasn't happy about something else either. Stellar Blade, if you remember, they've had a little controversy themselves, mostly with the little bit of censorship that they did, which really doesn't make any sense. Why they did that with this game, it's mind-boggling. I believe this is a mature game, so who cares? But they had to censor her hips with an outfit, a holiday bunny outfit. But Kotaku posted an article about, and I did a video on this article about why it's great that Eve is covered up. It's great. You want a sexy Eve, you need to make sure that no skin at all is showing. And the Stellar Blade account retweeted that. They retweeted it. And I think that maybe they just did it because it was like, well, okay, this is an outlet talking about it. Let's retweet it. And they didn't even read it. Apparently, they went back and read it, and they undid the retweet. And, of course, Alyssa Marcanti, got a little upset about that. Got a little upset, then confirmed that Kotaku's tweet was unretweeted by the Stellar Blade account. And she wasn't a fan of that. Very, very upset and crying because they hate it when gamers win. This Helldivers thing, no, this isn't going to be the standard because they've already come out and said that Ghost of Tsushima is going to require a PlayStation Network account if you want to play the multiplayer mode. But this single-player mode will not require it. So if you want to just get on and play the single player, you're not going to have a PSN account, which, I mean, is stupid if you would need it just to play the single player. That's dumb. But if you want to play the multiplayer mode, you're going to have a PlayStation Network account. So moving forward, and if there's a Helldivers 3, you're going to have to put that account in if you want to play it. And I guarantee you, they'll make that crystal clear before you even start the game. But Ghost of Tsushima, you will need it. This came out, I believe they started pushing this yesterday. Yeah, last edited 4/01, May 6th. So this was put out there yesterday. Maybe broke on Sunday, but regardless, you're going to need a PlayStation account to play this game online. And, I mean, I'm not shocked by that. I do wonder how many people will play this multiplayer mode off of Steam. We'll see. But I am curious to how this will look. Ghost of Tsushima is a great game, actually. Fantastic game. One of the last games on the PS4. They still make PS4 games. I know this, but this came out like right before the PS5 came out. And there's a PS5 version that looks pretty good, but man, this is probably going to look amazing on PC. Great game, actually. And it was really funny when it came out because people lost their minds because this is a Japanese-themed game and is made by some white dudes in a Western game studio. People lost their minds over it. But it's funny because Japan loved it, praised it, thought it was amazing that foreigners have such a love for their country. And that, of course, also pissed off all the Kotaku people. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.